Star Wars character Baby Yoda is now available for pre-order on Disney's online store.
And SUNY Oswego announces new renovations to Fennell Hall.
And a shooting in Mississippi puts Jackson State University under lockdown.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Matt Green.
And I'm Brianna Lynn.
Jackson State University in Mississippi had a brief lockdown after the university initially said it had an active shooter on their campus. According to university officials, the shooting occurred in a parking lot across the street from the campus, and a man, who is not a student, was shot in the leg and hospitalized. The campus warned students of an active shooter via Twitter, saying, quote, "We have an active shooter on campus. The suspected shooter is in a black Honda Accord, license plate number MAC0214. The entire campus community should take shelter immediately. The campus is currently on lockdown. We will notify you when the situation is resolved."
The school lifted the lockdown a short time later, saying the campus community is no longer under threat of a gunman. The suspect has not yet been arrested and was last seen in a black Honda Accord with the license plate MAC0214. The Jackson Police Department will be handling the investigation.
ACCO Brands is ending its manufacturing of office and other products in Ogdensburg, New York. After 73 years of business, the company decided to move 54 jobs to its plant in Boonville, Mississippi. The company recently released its layoff schedule, which may terminate the positions of more than half their employees. They will continue to use the Ogdensburg facility as a distribution center. An ACCO spokeswoman told NY360 that the move was a business decision to make on the company more efficient.
Syracuse police identified a man who shot his own 6-year-old nephew before being shot and killed by police. Authorities say 31 Miguel Rousseau was armed shortly before 8 o'clock last night when he was confronted and killed by officers. Onondaga County District Attorney William Fitzpatrick says toxicology tests will determine if Rousseau was high or drunk during the incident. The 6-year-old nephew is currently in critical condition.
SUNY ESF researchers have discovered new eating habits by a Michigan Island wolf pack. They discovered that wolves in New Isle Royale have a taste for snowshoe hares and beavers, on top of their commonly discovered taste for moose. Researchers studied the island's current population of 17 wolves and their connections to remnants of the 60 prey animals. The SUNY research team is the newest group to collect data from the world's largest predator and prey study on the island.
After a long overdue wait, SUNY Oswego has finally announced the renovations of Fennell Hall that are coming soon. Evan Flannery reports.
Located in the heart of campus, just steps away from Marano Campus Center and Cooper Dining and Fitness, lies a 9-floor building, Fennell Hall. Built in 1965, Fennell Hall is home to over 400 SUNY Oswego students. SUNY Oswego announced that they will be doing major renovations to the building starting in the spring of 2020. Students living in Fennell Hall will need to relocate once construction is started. It is said that the renovations will be underway throughout the spring semester of 2020 and will finish for the 2020 fall semester.
I don't think it'll be too hard on them. They'll probably just move out. They'll probably have the same roommate. They'll just be somewhere else. Depending on where they have classes, it might be a farther walk, but it should be fun.
Hopefully the students moving will quickly adjust to their new environment and can relocate back to Fennell after the constructions are complete.
I think for Fennell Hall, they should renovate the kitchen area and also the lounges to make them more modern and more spacious for people to hang out in.
This will be a great improvement to the campus and will surely put the fun back in Fennell. This is Evan Flannery from WTOP.
Fennell Hall has already been partially empty, with students from floors 7 through 9 being moved into other residence halls. The renovations are expected to be finished by the fall 2020 semester.
After months of criticism, Bishop Richard Malone of Buffalo has resigned. Malone was receiving intense backlash for his handling of sexual abuse in the Buffalo Catholic Church. According to the Buffalo News, both the FBI and New York's Attorney General are investigating clergy abuse and cover-ups in the Buffalo Diocese. Malone kept a secret binder full of names of the accused priests hidden in his office. Bishop Scharfenberger spoke with the press about the Bishop Malone's resignation.
The neighbor down the block and I've realized that this family has been suffering quite a bit in recent months and years. And my heart just goes out to you. And what I see is a need for a tremendous amount of healing, good conversation, honest conversation, openness.
9 teenagers were arrested after a summer incident at Pennifield Middle School in Rochester, where a teen fell through a skylight in the gymnasium. The teen who fell was among the arrested. The fall victim, identified as 18-year-old William Lang, was charged with trespassing Monday, shortly after his hospital release. Monroe County Sheriff's Office Captain Andrew DeLeeser says Lang made a remarkable recovery following the potentially fatal incident. The other teens were issued appearance tickets and the investigation is ongoing.
The NYPD has named a new chief of detective. Former Chief of Patrol Rodney Harrison will replace Dermot Shea, who was sworn in as the new police commissioner following the departure of James O'Neill. Harrison will become the first person of color to occupy the high-ranking position. Dermot Shea says Rodney is, quote, the total package, in reference to his neighborhood policing work and detective leadership. Coming up later tonight, the Cincinnati Zoo welcomes a new member to their family.
And a traffic jam in Colorado Springs stopped moving traffic. More on why an unusual suspect halted traffic on Interstate 25.
But first, let's take a quick look at the weather with Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Liam Healy.
Thanks, guys. We are tracking snowfall across the area. This past 12 hours of radar and satellite across the entire region here. You can see scattered rain showers right along the lakeshore. Some of our temperatures are a bit warmer there. We're going to be tracking the rest of these snow showers through the rest of the week and maybe even a clipper system that ended out getting into your weekend. We'll have everything you need to know coming up right after this short break. Welcome back from the break. I'm Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Liam Healy. We are tracking these scattered snow showers across the entire area today. These are not all lake effect snow showers today. We are seeing some enhancement from a trough that's passing through the area. Just a quick little thing, but we are going to see these snow showers stick around throughout the rest of the evening. And look at that over by Buffalo. You can see that just barrage of snowfall really coming across. We can see a little bit of that later tonight. Some of these snow showers start to congeal a bit more across our area. Now let's take a look at some current temperatures. We are seeing some above, I wouldn't say above average temperatures, but definitely a little bit above freezing across the entire area. Now this is why we had some of those rain showers along the lakeshore. We did see temperatures above freezing across the lakeshore. But as you get a little further inland, you do see a better chance for snowfall, even to start sticking on the roads again. So do have some difficult travel as you head out towards Lewis and maybe even southern Oneida and Oswego counties. But look at this. 24-hour temperature change from this time yesterday. Watertown is 22 degrees warmer. So think about that. So Watertown's 35 degrees right now. It was, I can't do math right now, but it was a lot colder. It was 6 degrees. So as we come through here, you can see it's definitely a bit warmer. It is going to cool off as you head into the weekend, and this is why. We are tracking this clipper system that's going to start out right across the Idaho-Canadian border here. We're going to track this coming across the country. You can see it moving in and bringing snowfall to parts of Minneapolis and northern Montana there. And as you head into Friday, we do see this start to affect our area, bringing snowfall and a more widespread chance for maybe a couple quick inches. And there is going to be some winds behind this as well. But let's take a look at that a little bit closer for our area here. So this is Friday, 5:30 a.m. The snow's just starting to move in. Bit of a messy end to your work week here, so heading out the door, you're going to be seeing snowfall spreading across the entire area, all major interstates affected from 781 down to 90, and way over to 390 as well if you head out to Rochester for work. You are going to be seeing a lot of issues on the road, as some of this should start sticking, as our temperatures are going to drop off a little bit as we head towards Friday. This is going to start bringing that cold Canadian air in once again. And even through the evening on Friday, after the main system has moved out, we are going to see, again, the chance for much like what we've been seeing all week, these scattered and annoying little snow showers that are just going to keep on popping up. Now, the next 24 hours of temperatures, we are going to see temperatures, again, drop off as we head throughout the week. You see this getting into the day tomorrow. By 6 p.m., we're hitting our low, which is a little strange because normally you hit your low in the morning. That's going to lead to a lot of issues on the roads again, too. You could have the issues of black ice because with these warm temperatures, you can see everything start to melt. So as everything starts to refreeze as we head through the day tomorrow, please keep an eye out. Those sidewalks could be dangerous, any untreated surfaces. Even grassy surfaces could be a little extra slippery if it hasn't all melted away already. Now, as we head into the next 7 days, we are seeing, again, snowfall Thursday, Friday. Friday's going to be that clipper system. Saturday, chilly for your weekend, but look at that big warm-up coming up through the rest of the work week there. 40s by Monday, and another system moving through. So we'll have more on that. So stay with us right here at Storm Team 10. We'll be right back with WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Before Post Malone became famous, he used to work at a Chicken Express in Southlake, Texas. Post Malone is giving away free Crocs to fans, employees, and customers at the fast food joint, but he will not be there in person. The rap star collaborated with Crocs to make his own line of shoes. The collaboration will not be available in stores until December 10th, and the retail price will be $59.99.
Baby Yoda is now available for pre-order on Disney's online store. He took over the internet last month, and you can now buy him as an 11-inch plush toy as well as 2 bobbleheads. Yoda will not be here in time for Christmas because he will not ship until spring. The series creator, Jon Favreau, wanted Yoda to be a surprise to fans and couldn't risk any leaks that could come about. Baby Yoda is a nickname fans created for the show character, the Mandalorian.
The Cincinnati Zoo has named its newest member, Theo the giraffe. The baby calf was born on November 23rd, and according to zookeepers, Theo's arrival was much needed after his father, Kimba, died earlier last month. Kimba died after complications from a routine procedure on his hooves. He was 12 years old. The average life expectancy for a giraffe is 13 years old. If Theo is anything like his father, he will be well over 16 feet tall. His mother, Cece, is doing well and enjoying time with her new baby.
The morning traffic jam in Colorado Springs was caused by an unusual culprit Tuesday morning. A herd of cows rolled out of a trailer and blocked Interstate 25. Luckily, the accident happened near the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame. Scott Harrison has details of the successful roundup.
A broken latch on the back of this trailer left these 5 cows in the city and in the middle of I-25 south of Woodman Road. Not a good place to be. Springs police officer Dale Peterson was dispatched to the area because he owns livestock and knows what to expect in this situation.
Driver felt the shifting of the weight and was able to get the truck slowed down to keep the rest of them at least from falling onto the asphalt.
Some drivers pulled over and helped police contain the cows in a grassy area along the Nevada Rock Rimmon exit ramp. Snacks were brought in to keep the cows calm.
It's amazing that those 5 cows didn't get so scared that they ran back into traffic. There was some concern that they might have to be shot, as those 5 buffalo were that broke away from a truck at a meatpacking plant in Old Colorado City back in 2005.
Officers stopped traffic on the exit ramp as the cavalry arrived to help. In this case, cowboys from the nearby Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame. They and their horses rounded up the cows and escorted them a half-mile down the street to the rodeo building. By lunchtime, the cows were determined to be okay and back on the road again.
Police say the cow's owner was taking them to their winter pasture when the accident happened. They are now safely back home on the range.
A North Texas community is grieving after a man fell from a roof while hanging Christmas lights Saturday. Caroline Vandergriff spoke to his widow.
It was a freak accident.
Felipe Gallegos was putting up lights on the roof of this home Saturday night. His wife Alicia Flick and their 17-year-old son were in the car in the front.
We heard a loud noise, and I got out and I went over to the side of the house, and he was laying on the concrete saying, "Help me, help me."
Gallegos was taken to the hospital with a skull fracture and brain bleed.
Because my son kept saying, "Dad, if it hurts, just squeeze my hand." And he squeezed my son's hand, and then all of a sudden, he quit breathing.
He was rushed into emergency surgery, but didn't survive. Now his wife and son are trying to make sense of life without him.
And I think that's the hardest part for me, is seeing him struggle with it.
Together, the family ran a business washing windows during the year and hanging Christmas lights in the winter. On top of his work, Flick says Gallegos went above and beyond for his family and friends.
It didn't matter what time or where, he was always there to help somebody.
That kindness now being returned. The community has raised more than $40,000 for the family in just 2 days. Flick says Gallegos did promise her if something ever happened to him, they'd be okay.
With everybody who's reached out and all the support that we've gotten, I just tell myself that he was right. We're going to be okay. Everything's going to work out.
The Flick family does plan to continue their window washing side of their business, but they do not think they can hang Christmas lights anymore.
A video showing a polar bear in Russia covered in graffiti is in the making of rounds on social media. The clip of the Arctic animal was first posted to Facebook by Sergei Kavry, a World Wildlife Fund worker. The bear was seen roaming the frozen tundra with T-34, a World War II Soviet tank sprayed on its white fur. Local authorities are thinking this is a reaction by the locals angry with the abundance of polar bears into the region due to the global warming.
Australia beaches have seaweed piled up on their shores that look a lot like the popular cereal cornflakes. The seaweed caused a runner to get trapped and medical attention was called to the scene. Seaweed expert Pia Winberg says the bloom is not an unusual occurrence for this time of year, but she has not seen this one this big before. The seaweed is not harmful and can be consumed by aquatic animals. Coming up in sports, Zach Mash.
Hey Zach, can you give us a quick preview?
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, big week for women's basketball coming up. Carmelo earns an honor and Eli gets another shot. Stay tuned after the break on WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Zach Mash, and this is your sports update. It's going to be a busy week for the Oswego State women's hockey team this week as they hit the ice for 3 contests. They'll face off against the Cortland Red Dragons at home tonight, take a quick stop on the road to face off with the SUNY Canton Roos on Friday, and we'll head back home to face the Amherst Mammoths on Sunday. It'll be the women's teddy bear toss on Sunday, so make sure you bring a spare stuffed animal to support Tours for Tots. In college basketball, the Syracuse Orange continued their rocky start to the season, dropping their 3rd straight against an opponent from a Power 5 conference. This one was a 68-54 defeat at the hands of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Syracuse is now 4-4 on the season. That is the first time that has happened since Jim Boeheim took over as coach 44 years ago. They will look to bounce back with an ACC matchup against Georgia Tech on Saturday. Over in the Big Apple, 9 weeks ago, it seemed Eli Manning's stint as starting quarterback of the New York Giants was over as coach Pat Shurmur handed over the reins to rookie Daniel Jones. However, Manning is poised to retake the job that was once his for parts of 16 seasons on Monday night, with Jones likely out with a high ankle sprain. It'll be a tough one for Eli and the Giants as they have lost 9 of their last 10 against this week's opponent, the Philadelphia Eagles. Finally, on the hardwood, it was announced on Monday that Trailblazers forward Carmelo Anthony was named Western Conference Player of the Week. Melo has enjoyed a remarkable resurgence this season after being out of the NBA for over a full year after being released by the Houston Rockets last November. Anthony averaged 22.3 points and 7.7 rebounds during the week, shooting a sizzling 57% from the floor, including 46% from 3, leading the Blazers to wins over the Chicago Bulls twice and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was Blazers and Clippers last night in LA. Carmelo gets hit hard there. Here in the first quarter, he goes down, but he would be back. Cooking up Patrick Patterson here, gets him in the air, gets the foul and the basket. Melo would finish with 9 points on the night. This night, though, belonged to Paul George and the Clippers as he gets his night started with a high-arcing 3 there from the wing. But Damian Lillard would have the response late in the second quarter as he slams it home with the left hand. As we head to the third quarter now, once again, Paul George continues his big night. He gets the steal and the dunk back at the other end. Kawhi Leonard had a quiet night. He was only 3 for 15 from the floor, but he hits the 3 from the wing right there, continuing the Clippers route here. Montrezl Harrell, another guy with a big night, has his first of several dunks on the night, and there's his second right there. That one gets a foul call on C.J. McCollum as well. Paul George continues with a smooth step back there, right down to the bottom of the bucket. George puts the dagger in the Blazers right there, getting the lane at the bucket. He embraces his long friend Melo. The Clippers win this one running away.
Thanks, Zach. And today is National Cookie Day, so that's reason enough to enjoy a gooey treat. Since it's the season of giving, the gift of a cookie is the perfect way to spread cheer from work to school and everywhere in between. Cookies are considered one of the most popular American desserts. That's no surprise since you can mix a variety of ingredients to make chocolate chip, gingerbread, sugar, or you can make one of your own kind. My favorite kind is chocolate chip cookie.
I would have to say that that's mine too, but I also like when they add the M&Ms. That's good.
That is awesome.
All right, and tomorrow in Marana Campus Center Auditorium, the SUNY Oswego Holiday Special will air for the Oswego community. The special viewing party will start at 6:30 p.m. and is open for everyone to attend. An edited version of the show will also air on WCNY at 11 p.m. on Saturday, December 14th.
Thanks, Brianna. So how about a final weather check?
Yeah, so we are looking for that snow to continue. You see it spiraling out across the entire area. But look at these temperatures tomorrow. They're just dropping right off throughout the entire day. Not really something you want to see, seeing temperatures drop back down below freezing after we had so much snow melting. Like I said earlier, those untreated surfaces are going to be slippery. So do watch out tomorrow throughout the day, especially as you head toward the evening commute. You could see a couple slick spots out there.
Hey, I don't mind the snow if it gives us a snow day like it did Monday.
I wouldn't count on that again.
I don't know. I just don't like the snow in general, to be honest. So, you know. But the women's hockey game's happening this Sunday.
Yeah, it's the teddy bear toss, so make sure if you got any spare bears, like I said, make sure to bring them out and support Tours for Tots.
Oh, that's my favorite hockey game. The one where
Saturday
they
is
all
also
row.
the teddy bear toss at the Crunch game.
Oh.
So a lot of teddy bear tosses this weekend.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm very sad that this is our last Wednesday Nightly News broadcast. I've had a blast this semester, and I wish I could come back next semester, but I'm studying abroad in London.
That's right. Congratulations, Brianna, by
Thank
the way.
you.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
So that's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for Weatherwise and Soup Spoons and the Shrimp Forks.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.